Hello,
Hello.
Survivor.
Hello.
Hello, Liam. Today we're here with Liam, our first juror.
Yeah.
All right. So, Liam, tell us your story. What was your best move in the game?
My best move. I honestly think I had something going there. When Cassidy was coming to me, she was telling me like that she didn't want to vote me out. I think she was being sincere there, and I actually had a genuine chance at working with both sides. That kind of leads to the move that led to my downfall, which was I was talking with Cassidy and she asked me what was going on, and I said I think they're going for Ricky, and then she's like, no, I know that they're going for me, and I'm like, yeah. And I thought in that moment that I might be able to regain her trust by giving her back the immunity idol that she gave me. But in the end, it was not enough to regain her trust. So I ended up getting out. But it was on my own terms, at least to some extent, because it was my own mistake.
That is true. Actually, our next question was your fatal flaw, but you already
Yeah.
answered that for us.
Well, fatal flaw. I think that might be a little different. I think it's definitely I was very ambitious because I think I certainly could have gone like extremely far if I just stuck by Evan and just played the role of his number two. But I just didn't really want to do that because I think I wouldn't be able to like live with myself if I just tagged along with him the whole time. And
Totally fair.
it's much more fun to try and be bold and do something crazy.
I completely understand.
Yeah. So, what were like when you started the season off? What was your plan?
I think I just wanted to be doing stuff that's crazy. I at my heart, I'm an entertainer, and I just.
You are entertaining. I'm
Well,
very entertained right now.
I appreciate that. I didn't want to be boring, and I definitely wanted to win it all. I wanted to make strong alliances, and I was prepared to give them up, betray people, do whatever it takes. And I ended up doing that. I had one slip up at just right at the end, and that took
It
me out.
happens. I mean, yeah. Do you think that spectating last season helped your performance this season, or helped your perceptions of the game?
I think I'll get that for you. It definitely it might have helped a little bit, kind of knowing what the game is. I've watched like the Big Brother show as well, which is it's a very similar show. It's all these people and they have to vote each other out. So I kind of knew the social aspect a little bit and kind of understanding working with people, making alliances. So I think that helped me out a lot going into this.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you satisfied with your performance this season?
I think thinking about it, I definitely could have done a little bit better, but I chose to wager it all on Cassidy choosing to not vote me out and that she would in fact go for Alec. And it ended up, I lost the bet and I lost everything, but you know.
Yeah, I was rooting for you. I was like, I didn't even draft you, and I was like, I don't want him to go out this round. But that was not what was in the cards for last night. Okay, what are your opinions on the other castaways, just general?
I think they've been playing pretty respectful games. I was a little bit unhappy that Rachel and Abby weren't sending me any messages back because it's so hard to keep contact. Like at least with like Ricky, Cassidy, and Duncan. Sure, they were lying to me, but they actually were responding to me to some extent, and I can't blame them too much because I was lying to everyone. But yeah, I mean, I think there's people who are playing some respectful games. I think I definitely would love to see someone win who's not been like puppeteering a whole lot, because Cassie and Evan have had strong games. And they're still talking about how the other people are like the puppet masters are in control, but they're all in control of something, and I think it'd be great. And if someone who hasn't been doing that is able to get there and win, but I honestly, when it comes down to it, I think it's whoever's the best player.
Yeah, absolutely. If Final Tribal Council was right now, who would you vote for?
Gee, that is a hard question. I feel like probably Alec, because I mean I was ready to sell my man out, and he's such a nice guy. And I feel a little bit bad and I got
Yeah.
my comeuppance.
Hey, I mean, you will be voting at the final tribal
Yeah.
council, so, okay, who do you think is going to win the game overall? Not depending on just your one vote.
Yeah, I think Cassie definitely has it in her if she's able to get there. There's a lot of people who want to get her out, and I think maybe Margaret. I think she's a very strong player. Abby as well. I think those three are definitely really strong. Evan, it seems like he's not really in it to win it. He seems like he's playing for second because he wants to see someone else win and go down that way. Those four are all really strong players, though.
Speaking of, who's going to win, who do you think will get out next? Who do you think is going to join you next in Ponderosa?
Well, I think based on the numbers, it could definitely, I think definitely either Evan or Cassie are going to be big targets going forward. They both have idols right now, so I think they're definitely going to be figuring out how to use that to their advantage. So it might end up coming down to whoever people are seeing as the second biggest threat on the other side, which I'm not really sure. Maybe they're still thinking about Alec. I think they would definitely think about maybe Abby as being a big threat on the other side as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess anyone from those four, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. If you could send one more message to any of the chats, what would it be and why?
I think it's just important to want to play your own game and have fun with it. Because if you're not having fun with it, it's just not going to help you out any, like, mentally, physically, spiritually. You're just going to be out of it.
So what chat will you send this to?
What chat? Oh, I'm sending this specific person?
Yeah, or the merge chat or an alliance chat.
Well, if I was sending, I would probably tell Alec that I'm sorry for voting you, dude. I just wanted to save my own neck, and I wasn't sure if I could work with you. And
do you have anything you want to say to the spectators at home?
Man, this shit is fucking crazy. I'll say that.
That is true.
Yeah, no, hopefully I was a little bit likable in some regard, or at least interesting. Sometimes that's all you can ask for. I think some people in this game, they definitely play it a little bit more treacherously, like me. And I think a lot of that is, it's in a game, and it's not personal with people, so.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, any last regards to the spectators and to future viewers?
Maybe your future self. I don't know if you're going to watch it.
I think, just be prepared to have a new day, just so you can keep moving your life forward. Because you can't dwell in the past for too much. Because the future is just so exciting.
Yeah.
Don't know what you're going to get out of it.
Do you think you'll ever play Survivor again in the future?
I think it might be interesting. Show up as the veteran. I definitely like to try it again. Really depends how I feel about it. I mean, either that, it might be fun to work part of the production team or such. I think it will still be neat to watch it though. See what people do with it. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming
Thank
in
you.
and meeting with us today.
Yeah. Thank you.
Everyone, that was Liam, our first juror, our 11th place castaway. Can we round of applause? I guess I don't know.
Man, it's funny.
Good game.
I've always been talking about I want to end up in these competitions middle of the pack, and then I end up in the direct middle. So
Yeah.
I guess I was a little too good at being in the middle of the
You
pack.
were too good at your
throughout it.
job.
Too good.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right.
That
we'll
is
see
the
you.
Denison difference.
Yes.
Being
Denison
too good at your
difference.
job.
We'll see you guys with the next juror when that happens.
And we will
Thank
see you tomorrow
Thank
for
you.
our weekly update.
Yep.